Skateboarding is an extreme sport, but many people don't notice the sport's growth and seriousness up to today. Few realize just how much history is behind the sport and what kind of people revolutionized skateboarding for the rest of the future. Today, skateboarding is in uncountable amounts and types of competitions, and is growing more and more each year. Pros are popping up from all over the world, and people of all ages are hopping onto new boards each day. Skate parks are popping up more frequently within the past couple of years, and skateboarding video games have become more popular as well. Skateboarding started off with a bunch of guys that wanted to surf when the waves were not good enough for surfing, so they put roller skate wheels on a piece of wood and made the first sidewalk surfers. No one had realized that it was possible to jump in the air with the skateboard without grabbing it, so most tricks were just variations of spinning, manuals, and jumping off and onto the board. The Bones Brigade. They were a team of skateboarders, started off very young at around ages 12 and 13, picked out and managed by Stacy Peralta, and products by George Powell. Together they made company Powell Peralta, which sold thousands of boards each season. The five skateboarders that team consisted of were all amateurs to begin with, but most became pros by the early 90s. They were Tony Hawk, Rodney Mullen, Steve Caballero, Mike McGill, and Lance Mountain. Some of which were not significantly amazing, but their passion for skating proved that they all had the potential and drive to become great inspirational skaters. Rodney Mullen was the main freestyle skater, which involved board movements and finger flips all on flat ground, and his tricks were completely new. No one had ever seen his tricks that he had done. Mullen got first in nearly every single freestyle competition that he had entered because of his unique style. Tony Hawk was obviously very famous and led most competitions in vert skating. Vert skating is short for vertical skateboarding because it involves ramps such as quarter pipes, half pipes, bowls, and pools, which have vertical portion on the ramp as it reaches the top. Vert skating includes tricks done on the coping, which is the round rail on top of the ramp, such as stalls and grinds. Also, airs over the top of the ramp, with variations involving board grabbing, body maneuvers, and flip tricks in the air, then coming back down to land on the ramp and ride through the transition. The trick seen here is a type of hand plant, where the skater goes up the ramp, then places their hand on the coping and bends their body in different ways for different hand plants. Street skating is from obviously skating everyday surroundings to skate on or over. It includes grinds on curbs, ledges, rails, and tricks over obstacles or gaps, and the use of ramps that do not include vertical portions. Typically ramps with a flat surface, such as the ramp seen to the right of the skater in this picture. However, many parks are built to accommodate proper uses of street skating style in an environment that does not cause property damage or involve trespassing. Street skating is almost always the first type of skating people start off with to progress and learn how to control with the board. It is also many more possibilities of tricks when compared to vert skating. In this picture, the skater is performing a frontside crook grind down a handrail over a 5-step stair set. Eric Costin is a very famous skater who skateboards for Girl brand skateboards, and is mainly famous for his amazing street skating and style. He has been mentioned and included in many video games as well, from the first Tony Hawk skateboarding games to the current games today like Skate 3. Danny Way was the first and only skateboarder to gaff over the Great Wall of China at one of the widest sections. He fell quite harshly on his first attempt and was even hospitalized, but he was able to successfully jump over the wall multiple times the next day, even though he was advised not to do it due to his fall on the previous day. Aldrin Garcia performed the world's highest flat ground ollie while at the Maloof skating competition and reached a height of 45 inches with successful landing. This height is by far superior to nearly every skateboarder today, because not only do you need to be able to jump that high, but it's mostly with the strength of one foot and you need to keep the board on your feet. Locally, anyone can get a membership and skate at the only indoor skate park that Buffalo has to offer. Extreme Wheel Skate Park has nearly every type of ramp to fulfill the desire to skateboard different styles all at one place. The park includes many street sections, bunch of nearly vertical ramps, and even a foam pit for practicing big air tricks that are too dangerous to try on ramps for the first time. The park is located at 365 Hurdle Avenue, Buffalo, New York. In this picture you can only see a portion of the skate park, which is the back corner of the skate park. Here we have me doing a backside salad stall on a quarter pipe at the local outdoor skate park. This outdoor skate park is quite small and completely centered around street style skating. Skaters of all shapes and sizes come here. I have learned from the local sponsored skateboarders, and I have even helped a handful of newcomers and child skaters learn the basics of skating and the etiquette of skating so they can Stay safe and pay attention to other skaters so everyone can share the park without any dispute. For those who don't skateboard or can't seem to learn to get a handle of the basics, I think that the video games about skateboarding can be almost just as fun as actually skating. Skate 3 has surprisingly realistic features and gameplay that actually gives the player excitement and even accomplishment because many of the parts of the game requires careful timing skills to complete some challenges and tricks successfully. You can start here at the local skate shop, Fatman. They have everything that anyone can need to get started with skateboarding, or advance the equipment you may already have. They have everything from all the skate parks you need and boards, to clothes and shoes, stickers, longboards, and everything you can need for snowboarding as well, including snowboarding rentals for quite cheap. Plus the owners and workers are all super nice and willing to help anyone who needs any help on finding the right products for them. They look to satisfy their customers, to help encourage the drive of the sport, making people want to skate even more than they already want to.